I love it.
Good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. I am your host, Keith Parris. Oh, man, Coach put me in. Thanks, Coach. I can't wait.
Hater Nation.
Hater Nation. Phone lines open 414-444-5250. 414-444-5250. As you know, I listen to the program that precedes me.
Right.
I've come to a conclusion. There's some haters out there, y'all.
Really?
Oh, yeah, man, 414-444-5250. I was telling Michelle, though, that, you know, the conversation started off talking about the housing authority.
Right.
But then we get back to his pension, because I was talking to a brother yesterday after the program. His pension came up. Why y'all hating on the man's pension? He earned that pension. Pensions are not based on performance. Pension is based on longevity.
On time. How much time
You put your time in. So, you know, I said this at the historic Antioch Missionary Baptist Church Sunday. The rain falls on the just and the unjust alike. But why y'all hating on Lil Willie?
Dude.
Lil Willie.
Why y'all hating on Bro Hines?
So let me just say this as I part.
As she parts.
As she parts.
You cannot bring up your baller vacations while people are talking about low-income residents that have not been properly served and mismanagement of an organization that you lead. It was like so the wrong time to be out here.
I'm with Debo. What you gonna do?
Like I said earlier, hell, I quit 2 years ago. I just keep coming in here because y'all, ain't told me to do
fire me? What you gonna do?
But you know, your wife still got to move around in this city. She still go to work every day. She'll be fine.
She'll be fine. He gonna be fine.
Yeah.
No, see, because this the kind of stuff that people like snap about.
What?
See you out in public, cuss you out, clown. You can't go to Metro Market in peace. Can't go to Syndic's in peace. You know, all the bougie stores. You can't go in peace because $11,000 you ain't shopping at Walmart. You can't go in peace. You gotta think about these things.
Well, you wasn't getting no peace when you were in the office.
Oh man, so let me do this. This is just a perfect segue. Ain't no victims, volunteers.
What does that mean?
That means that you was getting paid $245 a year. That means a certain criticism comes along with you getting paid $245 a year.
The victims are the
people. But I'm talking about he is not a victim. I am talking about the people that has been misserved.
So apply that then to this conversation in this moment. Then you said that to say what?
I just said what I said.
You said there are no victims of volunteers.
Bristle up at Michelle.
Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that.
I'm bristling over here. I said what I said. Now, what part of what I said did you understand of what I said?
Rhonda.
Do I look phased? All this is performance.
I'm speaking in English.
Performance art. That's all this is.
Ain't that something?
Because I will rush over there. This is performance.
I know you, and you have. And that's why I'm scared. You see the microphone shaking over here because she's threatening me again.
Really though, so you said that to say what? Exactly?
Stop hating, y'all. And I'm a hater. Man.
Do you think it's hating when people say
why
you was doing too much when you talked about the ballerishness of your vacay? You don't think that was...
Don't hate the player. Don't hate the player.
I'm not hating the player.
Hate the game.
Was it appropriate in your opinion?
It don't matter.
Yes, it does, man.
Why does it matter?
Because A, you still are in this position. It's not like you gone.
For 2 weeks.
But you're still
For
in
2
it.
weeks.
There's a federal review and a report outlining, the malfeasance. And
that word just sound like something.
They're like, what he do?
Malfeasance.
He malfeased.
That's right. And then you got other people connected to you that got to move around in this town.
Oh man!
And people don't have access to get at you. They got access to get at your people.
This is really gonna seem cruel. Hey, she ain't a victim either. I'm just saying they're gonna be all right.
Of course, they're gonna be all right.
Okay,
but
people focusing in on
there is, it's almost like when a team is playing another team and they are just horribly outmatched, and at some point the coach says, "Now that's enough. We got 72-0 in a football game. That's enough. We have 110 points in a basketball game today, 28. Now that's enough. You're doing too much.
Never enough.
No. There are people. There are rules of engagement.
Yes,
there are.
I think in Little League, what is that called? It's the massacre. There's something they do. There's something where if you're up 12 runs or something like that.
I mean, we've seen it in professional sports where they'll be like dogging the other coach out because like he just ran the score up. Just running.
Yeah, you see them put the third stringers in.
In college football,
they move the
that's
bench
why
up.
they don't slow it down because those points mean something. So yeah, they gonna.
I mean, yes and no. There are still people that be like, look, give these other cats a chance to play. You'll see them. They'll clear the floor. NBA games, get all of the first stringers off. Let LeBron, let Giannis them go sit down.
And it made me think of the story you were telling about yourself moments ago when you said you hadn't played all year and then last few seconds of
it was comedian, wasn't me, but good chop.
Look, you see, I tried to jump.
Right. Remember you was a scrub. Remember you was telling one of your scrub stories.
He do.
Last 40 seconds of the last game of the season.
I am not Rudy.
You have not played.
I am not Rudy.
The coach said, hey, you want to get in there?
I was thinking about Rudy the other day. Right, I am not Rudy. Everybody know Rudy Rudiker. Went to Notre Dame. That was his dream. Rudy was undersized, didn't have any real talent, but his whole thing was be able to run out that tunnel at Notre Dame Stadium, and he did. And the last game of the season, they let him dress, and he ran out, and they let him play with 25 seconds left, and he had a tackle, and he's the only player ever to be carried off the field in the history of the University of Notre Dame football. Now, how about that? I ain't Rudy. Ain't no wrong. And Rudy, look, you get beat up in the hood for being Rudy.
Rudy sound like it worked out for him. Though.
Rudy sounds like he was focused.
Huh?
He was focused.
Rudy made history.
Oh, he ended up getting a Notre Dame degree. You can't beat that.
But I'm saying he had some ambitions and some aspirations, and he was able to, fulfill.
And Keon used to be so tough on the little kids because he didn't believe in any kind of participation awards or nothing. Either you win.
Look. I was just wrapping some gifts for some children that are not my children, but we got some gifts. And so when I did the Christmas fund drive and was doing all the we had toys everywhere. And of course, you my man, so I enlist you to come help me with these toys. So Keon was coming over. He was helping pick up stuff and deliver it. Oh, he was hot. He was so hot. And then after 6 days of this intensity trying to get these toys to these people before Christmas Day, Keon came in the house. He said, F them kids.
Yeah.
When he said the word, I was like, Keon. He was like, nah, damn this. Damn them kids. Don't rap that shit. I was like...
Keon love the kids.
And then he went and found me a T-shirt. I don't know where Keon found his T-shirt, but he found his T-shirt and got it for me. And the T-shirt literally says, and it's a Christmas themed T-shirt, F them kids. Oh my God. That was the funniest mess on the planet. So when I'm doing all this rapping the other night, I literally had that whole moment like, nah, I ain't rapping this.
Why do we wrap gifts?
the suspense. First of all, the beauty, because if you a couple of reasons, and I'll say this as I parked.
As I take my seat, my second closing.
Look, that's coded for, and one more thing, and another thing,
and another thing.
and another
Where
thing.
is she at?
I
don't know.
Oh no.
And another thing.
We gotta check on her. But a couple of reasons why gifts to me are wrapped, at least in my house. Number one, because I love the presentation under the tree of the wrapped gifts. It's beautiful. You want people to know what you bought them already. So you wrap them to keep them out of the packages, the boxes, so I think those are the primary reasons why they're wrapped. If these gifts are going to go under the tree before Christmas Day, which in a lot of cases, many of them do as you age. And so it's to keep nosy people from going in. Although I want to be clear, we would take a razor and cut open the package on the tape lines, see what my mama had bought us. And then we retape it and put it back under the tree and be like, oh, she did get my Calvin Klein shoes.
What about the environment? All we do is throw that paper away.
It's paper.
But you're throwing the paper away.
It's recyclable.
Why we even use it?
It's recyclable. What are you talking about?
Come on.
It's not going to hurt the environment. It's paper.
It is hurting the
I'm not wrapping it in plastic. I'm wrapping it in paper, man. Like, really, Scrooge? Grinch? Just stealing the joy? Like, really?
Kennedy came by and said, where's your Christmas decorations? Little sister, we need to sit down and have a talk about Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, we need to have that conversation.
You doing that? We ain't celebrating the pagan holiday.
Is she too young for it?
I actually just saw an article that they said the average age of kids who get reality slapped up on them is about 9 when it comes to Christmas. It's about 9.
Well, for some of us who James Brown penned a song for,
which is
Santa Claus, go straight to the ghetto.
Right.
We kind of knew.
But he said Santa Claus was coming. What are you talking about?
Santa Claus ain't never showed up.
In the lyrics of his song.
Michelle said yesterday, ain't no chimneys in the projects.
Right, sister.
And the lady said on the song that Santa has magic and can create a chimney.
Magic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like y'all.
Also,
messing up the whole.
Nah, man. I mean,
You're Scrooge.
I just never understood the concept of working hard and saving and buying and wanting to see your child's face light up to give credit to some fat white man.
Always the white man.
For what he ain't bought nothing up in here.
So first of all, it was just about
sister,
the joy,
sister,
the illusion, just the playfulness of it.
Come on, it's hurting our people.
And all and I want to also be clear: all the Santa Clauses in our house are black.
Mm-hmm.
So we weren't giving credit to white Santa Claus. We were giving credit to black
You mean
Santa
currently?
Claus.
Because you couldn't find a black Santa Claus back in the day.
Yes, you could in our house because my mama painted them black.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
From a
I'm just saying.
Like Militant house.
And then,
we
like,
don't
if
paint Santa black.
As soon as you walk in the front door right now, when you open the door,
you gonna tell me Jesus wasn't white?
It is a huge, beautiful painting, like huge, beautiful painting of Black Santa Claus, and he got real black features and real black hair. When you walk in the door?
Did you guys have? I'm with Keith now. Did you guys have a picture of Black Jesus in the house?
No, unfortunately, my mother wasn't that progressive.
I remember that episode of Good Times when that's Ned DeWino.
Yeah, nah, my mother. We had the 3 standards: John F. Kennedy, White Jesus, and Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
We had those 3, and then when Obama got elected, White Jesus actually came down. No. I take it back. JFK came down. JFK.
That's not
came down. Yeah, but in my aunt's household, White Jesus came down, and it was Martin, Obama, and Obama got the high position.
Oh, Obama got the high position
because it wasn't straight across. It was order. So it was JFK on the left, White Jesus at the top, and above those, and then King and JFK were parallel.
I have a interior design question for you.
Okay.
I have the New York Times the edition where Barack Obama wins the presidency.
Ooh, okay.
I had it framed, matted and framed.
All right.
Currently, it's in a bedroom. Should I move it downstairs?
To the man cave.
No, but not in the living room or dining room?
I mean, but do you have like those? If you have the room set up for those kinds of displays, then it makes sense. But if you don't have any other framed artwork that speak to that kind of, historical piece, it doesn't make sense. So I think the man cave is probably a good place for it, or a hallway, or something like that.
Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning.
He went.
All right. So I'm not being a Scrooge.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
So it's no Christmas stuff in your house?
There's a Christmas tree in the basement.
Who put that up?
Well, I put it up for Rhonda. She couldn't go home for Christmas the year of COVID.
Okay.
And so I did a Christmas tree. And
how
everything.
thoughtful. Look at you. Good husband award.
Think it was appreciated? Caller, welcome to the program. Caller, welcome to the program.
It's
Talk
so
about
great.
me. You gonna have your ass on
Think
this
she would have
couch.
said thank you?
You gonna be in the basement with the Christmas tree. Keep on.
All that trouble I went through. Caller, welcome to the program.
Oh my God.
Man, it's cold down in the lab.
Oh, man.
Oh, what you got?
What you got, man?
I got one for you.
All righty.
Hold on. Just everybody, y'all need to tune in. You ready, Jackie? You ready? He's getting ready to do the joke. You ready? All right, Jackie's ready. All right, go on, man.
All right. It was this 97-year-old man. He was out fishing. So he heard a voice said, "Pick me up." So he looked around, thought he was tripping. So he heard the voice again, "Pick me up." So he looked down. He saw a frog. The frog said, "Pick me up." So he looked again. The frog said, "Pick me up and kiss me. I'll become a beautiful princess and be your wife for the rest of your life." So the man picked the frog up, put him in his front shirt pocket. The frog said, "No, kiss me. I'll be a beautiful princess." The man said, "Nah, that's all right. I'd rather have a talking frog."
Jackie? Jackie? Thumbs up, thumbs down, dear.
Let me just say on behalf
What you
of
got?
all,
Hold on, I got it. What you got? Thumbs up, thumbs, or you?
thumbs down.
Thumbs
I
down.
was gonna say on behalf of all
Dude.
women, that's a thumbs down.
That was a great job.
I know it was.
Great
On
job.
behalf of all women.
So we have to give him a half then, right?
I'm just
No,
saying.
he got the
Well, no,
applause
because-
Even though I chuckled.
because she caught it. Some folks ain't caught it yet.
Oh no, man!
All
I'm gonna give you a half on that.
All right, well, let me go get my Long Johns.
So
and go
where
back to the
we're at?
lab.
Where we now? We
He's 3 and
3.5, 2.5.
no, he's 3.5 to 2.
Well, I get- you get a half
he got
point.
back to 500.
Yeah, but then I had to give him a half point
And he
on
got
this one.
one yesterday and a half, so
Really?
that gives him 3.5
Really?
and 2.
It's like we playing spades.
I'm
right?
just saying.
3 and a possible.
I'm
Three and a
just
possible.
saying. It's a lot.
And
going
let
on.
me, you all are the committee. So should he be added to our call of the year?
Well, I mean, he just started these jokes.
Well,
You got folks that have been putting in work all year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
he
they-
put in some good work.
Yeah.
though.
He just showed up to the
Yeah,
party
see.
Well, but hey, don't matter.
with his little jokes. I mean,
Why they
First
gotta
of
be
all, why they gotta be little jokes?
Little.
Little jokes. You can sit up better behind the
Wait,
joke.
wait,
This
he-
little joke.
he's still on the line. I heard him say.
Hey, just for that, Michelle, I got one for you.
Oh, okay. All right. Now you close here, man. You don't want to get out to 500
I
again.
know.
Okay,
I
here we
know.
go.
Okay. Old Joe Shishkovsky finally passed away. So his wife called the local newspaper. She said, "I want to put the funeral announcements in for my husband." So the guy said, "Okay, go ahead, what you want?" She said, "Joe Shishkovsky, a great man, great kids, great life." She just went on half a page. So the guy said, okay, let me add this up. He said, okay, $860. So the lady thought. She said, no, I want to change this. He said, okay. She said, I want Joe died, car for sale.
Way to redeem. Way to redeem yourself.
Yeah, okay, you in there.
You in there.
You in there.
All right, man. Appreciate you. I think.
All right.
I'm gonna put him on my list as one of the callers of the year.
I'm just saying.
I think what he has to be careful of is those gender ones, because that one
Oh
kind of.
no,
Let him step the women felt some kind of way about
let him
that
step
one.
all into it.
What
What Carver? We say, P?
Got dad jokes.
You got a dad joke?
No, he got dad jokes.
Oh, those are dad jokes.
Yeah.
They really are.
Dad.
Because even the last one was a dad joke.
Because dad jokes you can tell on the radio.
Well, dad jokes, no, you know that, we don't nobody care about us. They don't really care about us. Those are dad jokes.
Oh, those dad jokes?
Yeah, that, we get shorted. We get no chicken when we,
But I think there was a theme that he had going on there. One, that, he'll take a talking frog over a beautiful princess. I wonder what all that is.
I know what it was. You know what it was too.
What?
Michelle knew what it was. So did Jackie. Every woman knew what it was.
Hence.
That's why I said those gender ones, you got to be careful.
0.5. Because.
Wait. I don't. What's the issue with you women?
I'm sorry. What?
What's the issue with you women?
Are you kidding?
Nah, he ain't kidding.
No, I really want to know because it's bothering me that you guys are bothered.
Call your wife.
Oh, I have to? Because she will tell me. She will tell me.
Hence the talking frog.
Look, as Lakeisha refers to her, call management.
Right. Or as I hear, the bridge which is my back. And then that's when the old Negro spirituals start being playing in the background. And then here we go with how black women, oh Lord.
Well, we have to endure messing with y'all.
Nikki Giovanni.
Yes, what about Miss Giovanni?
Like a ripple on the pond.
So many people have brought that up in the last
because some people think that was like one of the early raps because she did it and she had the New York Community Choir as her background. They did it on soul.
But the thing,
and we played it at Parkman. We played it in the ripple on the pond at Parkman.
But you think about, like, even though I know there are people that attribute that, but you think about like the folks that came before Nikki. Mm-hmm. That has some variations of what we could say today with spoken word or rap. Mm-hmm. Even Langston Hughes now, some of the stuff that they did, they, drop music behind it. But she certainly is one of the
Gwendolyn Brooks, mm-hmm. We So Cool.
You know what? That's a good one to play too.
Yeah, that's a good one. We So Cool.
We So Cool.
We So Cool. I've seen Nikki Giovanni twice. I've had a chance to see her in person. Hear her in person twice.
I've seen her I won't say quite a few times, but I've seen her more than twice. I've probably seen her about 4 times.
Yep, I saw her at Western Maryland College and I saw her at Marquette.
I just loved how, to me, she was timeless. Mm-hmm. I so respected when she got Tupac's name tattooed on her wrist.
Well, the interesting thing was a lot of us had really lost sight of Nikki Giovanni until the Virginia Tech shooting. Because she Question Mark was in her class, and she ended up having him kicked out of her class because he was such a disturbance. And then she ended up doing the memorial talk the next day at Virginia Tech. And it was fascinating, her background. One, she's a junior. We looked that up yesterday.
Yes.
But she got kicked out of Fisk.
But why, though?
For going home for Thanksgiving and not getting permission from the women's dean of students. And then they replaced her.
Yeah. And
the other woman said, then you need to come back and finish your degree. And she came back.
Because it was just madness. Like, you kicked her out for what? Like, come on, fam.
Well, and a lot of, I think when she was there, maybe she's a little bit before, but when she would have been there at the same time, John Lewis and Bernard Lafayette are at American Baptist. I don't know where Diane Nash went to school. I don't know if she's at Tennessee State.
Diane Nash. She's at HBCU.
James Bevells, who ended up marrying Diane Nash, and James Bevells, that dude really had a serious mental breakdown after the assassination of Dr. King.
But I was gonna say, like, a lot of people don't know who James Bevel's is.
James Bevel's was one of the, and they were American Baptists. James Bevel's, Bernard Lafayette, John Lewis, they all were aides to Dr. King. James Bevel's was one of his closest aides. As a matter of fact, James Bevel's was behind the Freedom Rides, because that was him and Diane Nash. And there is a Kelly Miller Smith, Dr. Kelly Miller Smith. He was pastor of First Baptist Nashville, Capitol Hill, and he allowed them to organize at his church to do, first of all, the Nashville sit-ins, and then the Freedom Rides. Here we go.
So Diane Nash started at Howard. She finished at Fisk.
She was at Fisk. Okay.
1959.
Right? Okay. Cool.
I knew it was like some backstory to
Right.
that.
And she was married to James Bevel, 1961, and then James Bevel ended up going to prison for molesting his daughters. He lost it. You're listening to Community Voice. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm
the holidays, and holiday trips, and holiday toys, and holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $3,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Chevrolet. Together, let's.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Zeladon. I'm with the Milwaukee County Office of Equity, and I'm here today at 860 AM WNOV.
So, Jackie, how do you show appreciation to your loved ones during the holidays?
Oh, the holidays. I show appreciation all the time, but during the holidays, I like to give them that extra love. And that extra love takes the form of, inviting family over for game night. Mm-hmm. It's giving people phone calls, especially people who I haven't spoken to for in a minute. Mm-hmm. Shame on me. Mm-hmm. It's also sending greeting cards. Mm-hmm. It's even doing small gestures, mm-hmm. such as cookies, mm-hmm. or even taking somebody to the movie. So those are some of the ways I show extra gratitude during the holidays.
That's perfect.
Hello, my name is Derek Rogers from the Exodus Academy and the Milwaukee Black Liberation Theology Project.
So, Mr. Rogers, what's one way you've learned to love yourself more in 2024?
Definitely with the help of my wife, paying more attention to my diet.
How y'all doing? I'm Nisha with Wisconsin Voices and Black Men Build.
So, how do you show appreciation to your loved ones during the holiday season?
I show appreciation to my loved ones during the holiday season, especially to my mom by giving her gifts. My mom, she took care of me great while I was growing up, so I just try to give back to her whatever she needs. So I just ask her what she want. If she don't really know what she want, I still get her something. It might be money, it might be some jewelry, but I make sure I just give back and make sure that she, that she good. Whatever she needs, she took care of.
Thanks, appreciate you.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Dr. Bridget Moss. I am a board-certified family practice and integrative medicine specialist. I'm standing here at WNOV.
So, Dr. Bridget, how does gratitude play a role in your holiday celebrations?
Gratitude plays a huge role in my holiday celebrations because you know what? Without God, I would not be here. So that is what I'm most grateful for, and everything else will follow.
Perfect.
Hey, this is Dr. Kwaku Amawasi here at WNOV 860 AM representing the Yumba Upendo Show.
So, Dr. Kwaku, what's your favorite holiday tradition that you're thankful for?
Well, my favorite tradition is actually a new tradition. It's hard to put old traditions to the side, but I have a little cousin, and he created this father-son Thanksgiving football game. So I look forward to doing that every Thanksgiving morning. I'm sore on that Friday, but that Thursday is so much fun, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to be with loved ones.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Dr. Alicia Mutri. I'm here at WNOV 860 AM, 106.5 AM, and I'm representing Nyumbu Apendo, the House of Love.
So, Dr. Alicia, what's one thing you're grateful for and that often get overlooked?
You know what? On a regular basis, I'm grateful for my sight. I know there are people in the world that can't see. I'm also grateful for my limbs and my body. I can move them freely and how I want to be able to move them. So all of my senses I'm able to use, and I don't take them for granted.
Facts.
He wrote that song for my brother. Yeah, you mentioned
Gary.
it. Did you hear him say Gary?
Yeah. I don't know if it was your Gary he was talking about.
Oh, okay.
The other Gary. You know it's more than one Gary.
Is that Maceo on the set? That's Maceo. Right?
I'm not certain. I never. Yeah.
All right, caller, welcome to the program.
Hey, what's up, my brother?
What's happening, brother?
You got it. Hey, can I say a quick joke?
Uh-oh.
Or you ain't doing no more?
No. You do it at your own risk, though.
Okay, no, I'll be. This will be calm and mellow.
No, it should be funny.
It's gonna be funny too.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy was at he went to a ranch, horse ranch up north, and they had a bar in there. So he in there drinking beers and mingling, and he messed around and ran out of cash. So he told the bartender, "Hey man, that horse out there, I bet I can make him laugh." And he said, "Man, you can't make my horse laugh." So he went out there and sure stuff, the horse started laughing. So he came back in and gave him a couple drinks. Man, that was something. So he ran out of the beer again. He said, "Man, I'm about to make your horse cry." He said, "Man, you can't make my horse cry." He said, "I'll give you a couple more beers, you can make him cry." So he went back out there and sure stuff, the horse started crying. So he came back in. He said, "Man, how did you do that?" He said, "Well, the first time I told him my private parts was bigger than his." And he started laughing. And he said, "The second time I showed him." All right, brothers.
Wait. Let me make sure I got that right. So
You see the shock on Devo's face.
Did I? Was it supposed to be crickets?
It was a good joke, man.
So I didn't understand it. Maybe
I understood it.
The first time he wanted.
Oh, you gonna try to get somebody? You gonna explain it now?
No, because the first time he said he could make the horse laugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So he went out there and he laughed. He came back and he laughed.
No. He said to the horse,
"Yeah,
that my private parts
that made the horse laugh.
That made the horse laugh."
Okay, so
then
the second
he showed
time,
him the private parts, and the horse cried.
Why did he cry?
Because it was true.
Oh.
Somebody text Debo and explain this joke to him, please.
And they say he hung like a horse.
Duh.
Oh, jeez. Is that appropriate?
Well, yeah, it was. This was before 10. It was borderline, man. I ain't gonna argue it was borderline. It surely was borderline. It was.
Yeah.
It was borderline. Well, you all snuggled up over there, Nook.
A
nook of the north. You good and snuggled up and ooh.
Trust me. Last night when she left here, "Michelle, where's your coat?" I left it at home. I forgot it. You see her this morning, don't you?
It wasn't bad yesterday.
It was.
When we left here, yes, it was,
Michelle.
Michelle.
A little wicked. That wind whipped up and
it was picking up. It was dropping. It was getting. It was getting
But,
there.
you know,
It wasn't like this morning. No.
Yeah, it wasn't like this morning.
Shoot, I had to take Rhonda her coat.
I couldn't play this morning.
Because she left Houston, it was 60-something. She get here, it's snowing, and it was, hey, man, but you know what? This is Wisconsin.
We still
I don't
are
complain
blessed.
about the weather here, man. Come on, man.
I don't either because, again, I chose to come back to this.
Yeah.
You know, living in California, I missed the seasons. I really did.
You might,
and I hear people say that all the time. You know, you kind of get used to it. You know,
oh man,
not that you ever. Now the older I get, the cold kind of.
I can afford the cold now. I can buy clothes now because it used to be
dress
the whole,
to it. You can always remove
the
them
whole
later.
closet on a reel. Like a day like today, you got half your closet on, man. Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Did Michelle leave yet?
No, I'm standing here.
Hey Michelle,
Hey.
I want to tell you a funny story because Brenda's kind of like you, right? So Jennifer went to school. Jennifer had to be about 5, I think.
This is a
Maybe
real
6.
story, right? This is not a joke. This is a real story.
No, this was a real story.
Okay, all right.
She had to be 5 or 6, and Brenda had her in chapter 220. Jennifer went to school and told all them little white kids ain't no Santa Claus. All those white kids started crying. They went home and told their parents. Brenda got a phone call the next day. And Brenda was like, I don't teach my kids to lie. Ain't no Santa Claus. But when I think about that, Jennifer had all them little white kids crying in the room.
George, you have some little black kids crying right now.
Missed it all up.
That's at home with their grandma or at the daycare center. You got some kids crying right now, George.
So you said the age is 9?
That's what they said in the article.
Now, is this for black kids or white kids?
Probably white kids,
Oh, right.
That stuff don't mean nothing.
Yeah, we should be bringing that down to black kids about 3 or 4. Ain't no Santa Claus.
I think I found out wasn't no Santa Claus at about 7 when I saw my parents sneaking the bikes upstairs to the attic.
You're going to just keep ruining for the kids, huh, George?
Yeah. Dude, we never talked about Santa Claus.
Hey, Michelle.
Yes.
Why not? Like I said, we living in the Matrix, so why not?
Hey, George, I used to ask my
Everything
mama
goes
not
now.
what Santa Claus was bringing. What you buying us for Christmas? It wasn't no Santa Claus.
Yeah. Hey, I want to ask y'all a question because I missed this place and I don't know. I know Keith is a foodie. Do y'all know what's going on with Boss Buffalo Wings?
Yeah,
they moved.
Where?
They moved to the south side, didn't they?
What is Boss Buffalo Wings?
Buffalo Boss.
Oh, Michelle.
It's Buffalo Boss.
And they sell
wings.
And
Michelle, they
what's
the best.
special about them?
Well, I shouldn't put nobody else's down, but when it comes to those 2 white wing places, BBWs and the other one.
BW3s.
And what's the other one?
They garbage now.
Wingstop.
And and it's another one too.
Wingstop.
Wingstop, Michelle. Hands down, they got them beat hands down. I know one was on 27th Street, and one was in the place up here right off of Find the Life where all the black.
They were
black
in the
places.
Sherman Phoenix. They moved out, and
They're out of New York.
Who? Buffalo
No,
Wings?
Boss Buffalo Wings. They're out of New York.
Well, I'm going to have to
And I
find
think
them so
they're
I can go this
Palestinian
week.
because they do.
Oh, no, I
I
ain't
know
going.
they did
no,
halal.
these were people of color.
Okay, because
They were in Sherman Phoenix.
Were they black people?
They also had plant based.
Were they black people?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought.
And neither
okay.
one of the places are open right now. They've been closed for almost 2 months now at both places.
Okay. Elsa's is reopening.
And I just wondered if y'all heard anything about what's going
I don't know
on.
if they're doing wings, but
I hadn't know.
But I just want to say, I had some wings yesterday.
From?
And what's the name of this janky place?
Oh yeah. I sure hope
Firebird, right here on right by the radio station, 4103 West Capitol. When I tell you that the bone and they was whole wings, the bone in them wings was so black.
They old.
And I was telling Jermaine, I said, this chicken is old.
It's old.
This is freezer burn. And Jermaine, he was like,
pizza
what?
Place, Michelle?
Huh?
About the place that used to be where the pizza place is?
Yep.
Exactly.
And
Oh, okay,
Firebird
thank you.
wings. But I'm just gonna say that right now. Y'all need to stop selling people them old wings because
Okay, I
that
won't be going
bone
up in there.
the
Hey,
bone was black.
I just want to tell you that. But if
Okay.
y'all find out, let me know, because man, I missed that place. They had some of the best wings in town.
All right. Thank you, bro. But yeah,
and they make their own homemade sauce too.
I'll look for them because I love wings, but you know
All right, George,
when we
thank you,
got
buddy.
that,
But you
and
said you don't
paying
eat
nice
spicy
money.
wings, though.
I mean,
don't like
no,
spicy.
I don't like spicy wings.
Come on, man.
I mean, I'll tough it out if I got to, but if I got a choice, I won't do it. But yeah, I was so disappointed yesterday. You know, because on the outside, it fried up, looked all nice, and they sprinkled a cracked lemon pepper on it to, really just lure you in. But when and I don't bite into my food. I tear into the chicken. I don't know what the habit is, especially from restaurants. I don't bite into it. And I tore the chicken back, and that bone just as black as it could be. And some of the meat closest to the bone, I said, bruhs, this mess is old, man.
Yeah, she certainly shared that. I didn't have any. I of course had catfish steaks. Cabbage with smoked sausage.
Sick of you talking about
I had my steaks perfectly cut the way I like them cut.
Catfish steaks.
Density.
We were having that
So
discussion.
sick of you.
I like a fillet. I don't really like the steak.
Well, understand. I like both, but what is amazing to me is the difference in taste between the two.
There is a difference.
When you get a steak, it tastes differently than a fillet. So
because you
sometimes-
probably
thicker.
but you probably
You think that,
capture,
right?
but you're capturing different parts of the fish.
Okay, that's fair.
That's possible, but again, I mean,
Because the
I know
fillet would probably
comes
be the
across.
meatiest part of the fish, and you're cutting across.
Yeah.
And but now you're getting into where the bone and there's some questions about does a bone make a piece of meat more flavorful?
Most people believe yes.
Right. Rhonda had probably the greatest pork chop we ever had. We was in Puerto Rico. First of all, it looked like something from the Flintstones. That's how big it was. And they did it because the tomahawk steak is kind of the same concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you're able to. So I mean,
I know when we were on the cruise over in Greece, on the menu, because they had different restaurants on the ship, and we went to one of the most expensive restaurants on the ship, or the most expensive restaurant on the ship, and I ordered a steak, but I was looking on the menu, whatever steak I ordered, but I ordered steak, and on the menu they had bone marrow, and I was like, wait, what are we doing here? And they literally would take this big old piece of bone and have scraped all the marrow out and done whatever they did to the little marrow and then sold it back to you.
As soup or something?
No, it was just a straight bone, and it was laid in the marrow was
I've seen
laid
it where they
in the
split
bone.
They split it and it's laid. Yeah, I've seen that.
Then
Well,
you use it for cooking?
Dude, they served it. You bought that mess.
You ate it?
People ate it because my friend that was with me, she ordered it just because. I was like, Viv, why are you ordering that? She's like, I just want to see what it is. I was like, why are you ordering this? She said, we on vacation. I mean, I was like, I'm not ordering bone marrow. And yet alone, I'm ready to eat it. But yeah, she threw down on it. And I remember, I always say, my former mother-in-law, God rest her soul, when I would eat her chicken, she had told her son, don't bring her back over here because she is wasting my food. Because
She was looking for a reason not to like you.
oh,
wasn't
she loved me. She loved me.
looking for a reason.
But I don't eat like the marrow and the gristle and all that mess on the chicken. Like
So you don't mess with neck bones.
I do, but I just eat the meat. I don't
Sometimes
eat all
you
that
gotta-
other stuff.
You got to get all up in there to get some of that.
I mean, and I'll do that, but you work too hard to get that little meat.
You know, though, when you got a real good piece of chicken,
Mm-hmm.
is when you sucking on that bone, that chicken was so good, you just trying to find as much as you can off that, what meat is left on that bone.
That was her.
Oh,
and
man.
so she just was like, don't bring her back over here. And if she had chicken, she would offer me none. So
That's something I don't do.
What's that?
I mean, I'm gonna get what I can off it, then I'm done with it. I know people that just sit there and they just
Man, if that's a good piece of chicken or a good piece of meat, I'm getting every piece of meat. It's like when you get a steak and now you down to the bone like
so you start
you trying to get up there and get shoot, man. And I love a good ribeye on bone.
I think ribeye is my preferred cut of steak.
Yeah.
I honestly do. I just think even because people like filet mignon, y'all can have filet mignon.
Yeah.
I ain't got to do it. You can have that. Porterhouses, they are right,
medium rare.
but
How do you like your steak?
Well, I've gotten better because before I didn't like any pink at all. So now I'll do just a hint of pink, but it can't be no blood on my plate. Now that's just too much. That's gross. It can't be no blood on my plate. But yeah, I do a little pink now. I'm getting better.
Well, it depends, and
because you say, well, they'll burn your stuff up.
Well, because and that's the thing about black people, burn my meat up.
I mean, I do, but
you gonna get on, you be
do it
going
to the
like,
point
dude,
that it becomes tough. Like,
I know,
this ain't even
right?
good.
Because the tenderest point is actually gonna have some pink in it.
Yeah, probably. I'm thinking, what about 160?
Well, I just know I've had to work on it because we wasn't raised in our house where nothing was supposed to have any pink in it. My mom didn't believe in that.
What? No pink. Well, we never had a steak. As close to steak we got was those little tip steaks, and maybe man, we went like a real good steak. I didn't get a real good steak, man, until Mr. Harris, Bob Harris, took us to the old Nino Steakhouse.
I heard of Nino,
and I had my first real steak.
Well, I just want to say, my aunt, my mother's last sibling of her and my grandfather's children, who passed away, my Aunt Ann. Aunt Ann was the one that introduced us to steak, and she would wake us up out of our sleep in the summer. Now she had been drinking, but she would wake us up out of our sleep, and there's a place called City Island, or City Island, and she would say, "Let's drive over to City Island," and we would go to Steak and Ale. Or we would go to, it was another steak restaurant that was a mom and pop steak restaurant. And we started eating steak at like 8 and 9 years old. Wow. And I mean, it would be 1 o'clock in the morning and we would go for steak and eggs for breakfast. And so it was funny when Khalil and Cam came up one year for breakfast that morning, I cooked steaks and everybody had individual steaks. And I either did it for breakfast or for dinner, but all the kids, the boys had individual steaks. And Khalil saw the steaks and stuff, and he was like, "Are those for us?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Kids can get their own steak? Ooh. In this house they can." Wow. So Khalil was like, "Oh, well, welcome home. This is what we do."
Kids could get, it was like, why do we love when my mom did Cornish hens for Christmas? Everybody had their own chicken.
Individual.
Everybody had their own little chicken.
I've never made that.
What, Cornish hens?
Yep, never.
Everybody had their own little, it wasn't bad, and she do a little dressing. Now, some people actually cook them with the stuffing in it.
Okay. I think Don and them did Cornish hens a lot.
Yeah, you do Cornish hens, but...
somebody said that was duck. They said it was always tough.
My grandfather liked duck. Two things we didn't eat. We didn't eat duck, and we didn't eat turkey. My grandmother would do turkey, but my mom, I think because turkey is hard to cook. I mean, it really is hard.
Not the ones Debo told us to get from Sam's Club. They already cooked.
Oh, okay.
All you doing is basically warming it up for 2 hours.
Well, I'm saying, but that's somebody who obviously, because you go in and
Sam Club smoked turkey.
Yeah,
that is now on the must-do list.
You going to Sam's Club after they got rid of their DEI?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, I've had to be strategic because I wouldn't be shopping anywhere.
Do you remember that game?
What was it called?
Strategy,
I think it was called, something like that. I do remember the game.
Me and Kennedy over Thanksgiving break, we played Trouble. I had not played Trouble in so long. Oh my God, we played.
Was
Trouble.
It fun?
It's great because I never realized that Trouble was a counting game.
Yeah.
And we just played it, right? But for her, she's counting.
Yeah.
And so am I. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, we played Trouble. That I hadn't played.
I mean, like I'm gonna tell you. Like of old school games, I used to love Life.
Life was fun.
Because had a car and had little pigs and had your kids. I liked Life.
Monopoly?
Nothing beats Monopoly.
Do you play Shoots and Ladder?
No, I never played that. It looked like it was a goofy game.
That was one of the games.
Was it good?
Well, those were the games. Look, we didn't have a lot of games at home. So those were games that was available in school.
Because it looked like the games that nobody bought.
Yeah. I mean, Shoots and Ladder, Trouble. Trouble was great, and just hearing that pop.
I used to love Don't Break the Ice.
Did you ever? Operation. Did you get Operations?
I got an Operation every year because we'd always lose the parts. So my mother knew, and she would just make sure I got Operation. I
wonder how many potential surgeons started off.
It was so much fun, man. Operation was.
Well, you know what was great about these games? It was the commercials.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that made you want to go out and
Because some of them, when you bought them, they totally didn't live up to the hype.
right.
Like this boring mess.
What else? What other board game did we play? We didn't play a lot of board games.
We played. What was that? My son. That's where he learned how to be awful from my ex-husband. Hi Ho Cheerio.
Okay.
The game where you would like roll to get cherries and fill out your tree or whatever.
Okay.
And Boris would play my son, and he would beat my son, and he would jump up and down and screaming, "Yeah, in your face!" I was like, "He is 2. Could you stop?" Yeah. And so when my son finally beat him,
you going damn, you going damn.
Just
how you learn how to
it.
talk? Right, you can't even count, and you trying to talk trash. Then you learn how to talk. You going damn.
I'm like, what grown man does this to a baby? He's like, I'm teaching him.
Oh yeah.
And the first time my son beat him, man, he turned the house upside down.
I said something that I didn't realize was so controversial.
What?
And I kind of got the same reaction. We were talking in Sunday school about Ruth. And I said, we probably, here I am being controversial, we probably wouldn't have heard about Ruth if she didn't give Boaz a son, right? Because that's what women give me sons. And I said, but my preference, because Ron and I decided we'd get married, older, we weren't going to have kids. But if I did, I said, I prefer girls over a boy. And you can hear every woman in there go, why? That's a strange reaction. So is that, and I understand mothers with their sons, their fathers always, if they're really engaged, trying to get them out of
I think it depends on which parent you ask.
Right.
The male, the dad or the mom. I would have loved to have had a daughter.
Okay.
But
it's not too late.
Anyway. But
you come in here with a baby, I know we gonna.
Hey, Janet Jackson did it at 50. I'm just saying.
Janet Jackson had the best medical.
You're way beyond 50, though,
Michelle. All things
is it now?
There's been women that have had babies.
Is it rumored? Now the rumors
so
was that back in the day, she was with James DeBarge.
Yeah.
And they had a baby.
Yeah.
And Rebe raised the baby.
That's what the rumor.
She denied it for years, but now supposedly it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
And I don't even understand it. I don't know what was going on and why the lie was told. But yeah, everybody kind of had talked about that in the background for years.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of.
But I will say this to your question, and I have been laughing about it. Watching my son, that old thing. Your daughter is your daughter for life. Your son is your son until he takes a wife. And
true.
No, because just like the daughters typically lean towards their moms. Mm-hmm. And so, holidays can be spent with the daughter's family. The daughter can, like if you are respectful of their marriage, you kind of like the daughter calls the shots a lot of times
on some
word
stuff over there.
And I'm just saying of the family. And whereas, so your son will be like, well, we got to, we're going to her parents' house and we're going to her and then we'll be able to see you. So when I first heard somebody say that, and then I started talking to the sisters who have a son, and most of them said, but they thought about their own lives. And they said, yeah, we hang out more at my mother's house because if you had a wife that's close to her family and close to her,
kids.
Yeah. That they hung out more. And just like, so even in my family now, my grandson, his mother talks to her mother a lot. And so at Thanksgiving, my grandson was trying to figure out which one of us to call grandma because we aren't often in the same room together. So, as long as we were apart, grandma. So he said grandma, and we both turned around and my grandson was like, oh, and then you can see everybody in the house kind of like, oh, this so happy.
But it's real interesting because, Francine really raised her kids to be mannerable. And
to be what?
Mannerable.
Okay.
And so they had 2 grandmas.
Yeah.
So they were able to call their grandmothers by their first names by doing this. Grandma Cliffy, Grandma Betty.
Yeah.
And that's how you.
And that's what we had to do. That's
right.
Literally, we had that moment at Thanksgiving. But Atlas, because he's a smart behind. And I mean that like a smart A. He a smart behind. So when Atlas see me, he'd be like, Michelle Bryant. Michelle Bryant. I'm like, call me Michelle one more time. Well, hello, Michelle Bryant. So I'm like, call me Michelle. Well, because he listened to the radio show. He read the caller ID. And so Michelle Bryant's. I'm like, call me Michelle. One more time before.
You miss Michelle.
Oh, too.
Poppy, you gonna take me to the radio station so I can see Miss Michelle?
I gotta get her Christmas.
I said, well, Kennedy, you were only at the radio station.
We here. Me and Kennedy are here, just like me and Mayor Johnson's kids.
Yeah, I know. They love you.
We here, man.
God, they love you. And I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with those kids. They
Because
love you to death.
I am kid friendly. Our caregiver, her son, Kamante, he hit the dot. Where Miss Michelle at? Because you know, who's the fun auntie? Me. Have a great show.
All right. And the reason why I brought that up is I'm going to share a little article that it was based Nick Cannon and Dr. Umar Johnson, and kind of where I was the other day. Thanks, Doc B. This idea of should we raise our boys differently than we raise our girls? You're listening to Community Voice. The phone line's open 414-444-5250, 414-444-5250. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
It's that time.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Zeladon. I'm with the Milwaukee County Office of Equity, and I'm here today at 860 AM WNOV.
So, Jackie, how do you show appreciation to your loved ones during the holidays?
Oh, the holidays. I show appreciation all the time, but during the holidays, I like to give them that extra love. And that extra love takes the form of, inviting family over for game night. Mm-hmm. It's giving people phone calls, especially people I haven't spoken to for in a minute. Mm-hmm. Shame on me. Mm-hmm. It's also sending greeting cards. Mm-hmm. It's even doing small gestures, mm-hmm. such as cookies, mm-hmm. or even taking somebody to the movie. So those are some of the ways I show extra gratitude during the holidays.
That's perfect.
Hello, my name is Derek Rogers from the Exodus Academy and the Milwaukee Black Liberation Theology Project.
So, Mr. Rogers, what's one way you've learned to love yourself more in 2024?
Definitely with the help of my wife, paying more attention to my diet.
How y'all doing? I'm Nisha with Wisconsin Voices and Black Men Build.
So, how do you show appreciation to your loved ones during the holiday season?
I show appreciation to my loved ones during the holiday season, especially to my mom by giving her gifts. My mom, she took care of me great while I was growing up, so I just try to give back to her whatever she needs. So I just ask her what she want. If she don't really know what she want, I still get her something. It might be money, it might be some jewelry, but I make sure I just give back and make sure that she, that she good. Whatever she needs, she took care of.
Thanks, appreciate you.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Dr. Bridget Moss. I am a board-certified family practice and integrative medicine specialist. I'm standing here at WNOV.
So, Dr. Bridget, how does gratitude play a role in your holiday celebrations?
Gratitude plays a huge role in my holiday celebrations because you know what? Without God, I would not be here. So that is what I'm most grateful for, and everything else will follow.
Perfect.
Hey, this is Dr. Kwaku Amawasi here at WNOV 860 AM representing Nayumbu Upendo Show.
So, Dr. Kwaku, what's your favorite holiday tradition that you're thankful for?
Well, my favorite tradition is actually a new tradition. It's hard to put old traditions to the side, but I have a little cousin, and he created this father-son Thanksgiving football game. So I look forward to doing that every Thanksgiving morning. I'm sore on that Friday, but that Thursday is so much fun, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to be with loved ones.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Dr. Alicia Mutri. I'm here at WNOV 860 AM, 106.5 AM, and I'm representing Nayumbu Upendo, the House of Love.
So, Dr. Alicia, what's one thing you're grateful for and that often gets overlooked?
You know what? on a regular basis, I'm grateful for my sight. I know there are people in the world that can't see. I'm also grateful for my limbs and my body. I can move them freely and how I want to be able to move them. So all of my senses I'm able to use, and I don't take them for granted.
Facts.
Hi, I'm Dee Kemp, Vice President of Programs from Axe Housing, and I'm here at WNOV.
So, Ms. Kemp, what are you most excited about for New Year?
I am most excited about creating more homeowners in 2025. I need my kings and queens to own things. So come to Axe Housing. Let's get you ready for home ownership in 2025.
Perfect.
I wonder, was it worth it? Waking up early in the morning to go to the Little Champ to get you 3 pickle eggs, some Lay's, plain potato chips, and a Coca-Cola. I said, self, was it worth it? And myself answered back, yes, it was real worth it. I miss you, and I love you so much. I'll do anything to make you mine again. I'm also lonely, so sad and blue. I'm spending Christmas Day without you. I'm very, very sad and lonely. But anyway, let me tell you something. I do have you and the kids a present this year. I had y'all a present last year, but my alternator broke in my truck, and I need my truck for to go to work. And so I had to take the receipt, take all the presents back, and fix my alternator. But I do got you a present this year. I didn't have time to wrap it up. I got it in some brown pick and save bags. Also, I got some wine. I got some cold duck, baby.
He quacking, baby. He
quacking. I remember one Christmas, maybe 3 Christmases ago, we ran out of ham, and you said you wanted another ham. But you really didn't say you wanted another ham. I just figured that's what you wanted. So they had a 12 dozen crab special, so I got you a dozen of big blue crabs. I mean, I'm just saying, I just hope this Christmas is a little different. I just want a little turkey, a little that sweet, sweet plum dressing. I just want the kids to be happy. And, Bonquisa, I know when we got married, I vowed to give you diamonds and pearls. But when I hurt my back at work, my workman's comp could only get zirconia and Gander necklaces. I also said that when we moved out of your mama's house, we were going to move into a place double her size. That's why I got 2 trailers and put them together. Yes, baby, double wide. All those things I done for you and the kids, but I still have these Christmas blues because I'm spending Christmas out the kids and you. I love you, Bonquisha, I love you. But you know what? One thing I want to tell you this year about Christmas, last year when you served up all the turkey and all of the trimmings and everything, when the cranberry dressing got round to me, there was none left. So please, I hope you have 2 cans of cranberry dressing in there because I love that cranberry sauce. Please, thank you, and please open the door, baby, it's cold.
Please open the door, baby, because it's cold.
He said all of that through the door.
Oh, man. Boy, JT, when you did that one, man.
Michelle Bryant, and one more thing, and Michelle.
Let me, we always talk about, let me rephrase this. Sometimes when you're in a marriage, there's some institutional rules that go along with being married.
Elaborate.
I'm going to do one that I can see that you guys some of you all around here are institutionalized. Ladies, what does your man do that just drives you nuts when it comes to a toilet?
You already know what that is. It's a couple of different things that can happen.
But what's the one thing that you have to learn when you first get married?
Do not leave that toilet seat up.
There you go. You're institutionalized that you learn that you do not leave that toilet seat up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I got back thinking, like when I lived in an all-male dorm, toilet seats be up all the time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but not when you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you raised by a single mama, You don't leave that toilet seat up, do you, Carvey? No. They do not want to take that.
Why do you not leave the toilet seat up, Carvey?
Okay.
Wait, that's not nasty.
He says disrespectful.
No, it's not disrespectful. It's first of all, it's respectful that you let it up.
Yeah, how about that?
Wait, say it again.
That's respectful. The fact
that
you let it up.
That you let it
well, leaving it up, it's disrespectful to the lady that's coming in.
But why is it disrespectful for her?
Because why should she have to touch the toilet seat?
Oh, that ain't why it's disrespectful.
How come?
Oh, because when she's like at night and she's getting up doing her nighttime thing and it's dark and she ain't gonna turn the light on in the bathroom and she take that plunge. And that cold water hit her. And you all kind of
Hey, you son.
He took the deep plunge because you forgot to put that toilet seat up. Yeah, so for all you brothers, you get into a marriage. I'm just kind of letting you know this is going to be one of the first rules that you learn. You put one, you wipe that toilet seat, and you put toilet seat down.
That's right.
Because I don't know. I remember when it happened to Rhonda. She was not happy. She was not happy at all. So there you go. I just an observation, bro.
Hey, is that one of them where it said, "Didn't your mama teach you nothing?" You ever get that one?
And I'm trying to remember. Did my mom was that a thing with my mother? I think it could have been. There was another thing with my mother, and I still don't do. Carvey, do you go in your mother's purse?
Do I go in my mother's purse?
Yes.
Only when she allows me.
Allows you or tells you?
Or tell
she
you.
tells me. When she says, son, go in my purse and grab this. I'll pick it up from the bottom, not by the handle.
And I'll tell you this. Now, that's where I differ with you at. Because usually when she say that, if she's in range to where I can just
the purse is
grab
coming
it
to her.
and I hand it to her. I told you no, I don't go in your purse. And that's just how I handle that.
Because when I see his picture,
I somehow
we can remove some furniture up in here.
I was going to say, I somehow always never confine what she want me to go in there and get, though.
Man,
that's why you just take it to her.
Yeah, I end up giving it to her anyways.
Dude, there's some surprises.
Yeah,
there's some surprises in
blade
there.
In there, 38.
It could be a whole lot of things up in there.
Some fillets in there.
Yeah, a blade.
A blade.
She said some fillets.
A 38.
I remember one time I picked up this woman's purse. Said, "What you got up in here?" And she had a 22. I thought, okay, all right, not to mess around with you, because. Yeah, but those little tips, if just trying to, you don't now. When I was stealing from my mom, I had no problem going in her purse. I go get a couple of bucks and go, now that was different. But no, my mama said, and then my mother would say, "Bring me my purse."
Right.
My mother never gave us an invitation to go up in her purse. Like, "Bring me my purse, boy." And then you go like, "Okay, I'll bring it to you." But man, you don't. That's another tip, guys. You don't go in women's purses.
My mama, because she always thought we was stealing anyway.
That's why you should. She accused you.
Yeah, man. Well, when only got it.
Oh man! Like, and I look. I think the statute of limitations is up on this now. But when I look at it as a kid, I had to be the responsible kid, right? So, I was listening to somebody talk about they were talking about their work career, and they said they worked at Fleet Mortgage. Oh man, you know how many times I went down to pay the mortgage at Fleet and then get around the corner and get up to the gas and electric company. So, that's what I had to do. But it wouldn't be like grand theft. It would, it was under the $2,000 limit. I mean, but boy, and then when I found out what the money drawer was, cha-ching. Cha-ching. Oh Lord. And the only reason I found out where the money drawer was, my mama sent me to the money drawer. Go in, I need you, like, oh, so this is where the money drawer is. And then at Dominican, they would cash checks. So, things got a little short. I just write myself a little check and go take it to the bursar, and she busts the check for me. So I'm sorry, but I think I can admit all of this later in life. But yeah, there were people who Now, there were a lot of real good kids who never did that. Never did that. Sounds like Carver, you one of those good kids.
Yeah.
Never did what?
Huh?
Never.
I was a
Pilfer.
good kid at home until I went to my cousin's house.
Okay. Pilfer, little change out your mom's purse.
I'm not admitting to anything.
Okay.
I don't know,
Here's the
never
other
stole
thing
from her.
that
I didn't have to steal.
Huh?
I didn't have to steal.
So you never stole?
Because not from my mama, but I'd tell my uncle a new one.
Then you had to steal. What's the difference?
We talking about my mother, man.
Yeah.
My uncle, he probably listening right now, but yeah, I used to love. He'd go into Steve and Chris. He'd come in, wasn't feeling no pain, and I know he didn't know what he had in his pocket.
Okay, someone just texted me. They said the toilet seat issue is that back in the day, the toilet did not have a top. And if the seat was left up, they would be susceptible to fall in.
We said that.
Yeah.
Well, you said it. They would take the splash.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just, how about this one? Seeing that it's Throwback Thursday. Did you ever lie to your mom about where you were going?
Oh, yeah.
You even think about it.
Yeah. Probably did that yesterday.
Did you lie to your mom about where you was going?
Nah, I don't recall.
I think a couple of times I did, but my fear was I was so superstitious that, and I always tell the story, like one of the reasons why I know so much about library science is I spent so much time in the library, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the only place I could really go, library, school, church.
Was this your library here?
This is my library right here. It's also a library where I registered to vote. And so I would go because my fear was, and we played AFY Saturdays and Tuesdays. And there was a game at Lavarne Way, and it would take the same amount of time I would spend at the library to go to Lavarne Way. But my fear, my superstition was I was going to break my leg.
And she was going to have to come.
And she going to go, he's where?
And she going to break the other leg.
Dude. So I was scary enough to do it. Now, there was some other people out there, and I always say, you got to worry about a child that has no fear. You might want to keep your eye on that one, because that one right there, that's going to be a problem. Had no fears, no guardrails.
That
man, I was
ugly.
That's all I needed, and it'd be like the worst. Like, man, all these games we played. Keith, did you see when he broke his leg? Yeah. Did you hear what his mama did to him? All right, got to call him. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. I heard y'all talking about turkeys. I was going to say, if you brine your turkey for 24 hours and you do the indirect heat method.
Yeah, me and Michelle.
Yeah, barbecuing. You could barbecue that turkey with indirect heat.
Okay.
And brine it for 24 hours, and your turkey will be moist for 2 days after you cook it. It won't be dry like a lot of these people, relationships and marriages. But if you brine it,
you done tied the turkey.
I know he was going to. I was wondering where the tie-in was
coming. Relationship and marriage, Al. Come on.
All right. So what would be the metaphorical bride of a relationship, Al?
Well, I'm just saying, because, I hear y'all talking about certain things. And then another thing I wanted to say, too, to women, if your husband goes to jail for more than 2 years, divorce him, because he'll be cheating on you within 6 months of being in prison. And you don't got to worry about him cheating on you with another woman. He's already cheating with somebody who looks just like him. So if he goes to jail or prison for more than 2 years, divorce him, because he ain't going to be no good when he get out. So I want y'all to have yourself a good day. And to the Black Republicans, make sure you get some germicidal bleach, some cleanser, and a wire brush so you can clean your skin. Have a great day, everybody. Wrap up.
Wow.
Oh boy, that's a controversial. It'd be more than 2 years in prison. Oh man. Oh my God. I was reading an article this morning, and I've had the chance to actually hear this guy in person, Dr. Umar Johnson. He was down at Racine. He's a big proponent of choice, and parental control of their child's education. So I got a chance to go down here and speak to that. But he had I guess on his podcast, he had an interview with Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon got 15 kids?
It's a bunch of them. I think they all got different moms, don't they?
Yeah, I know he had one with Mariah Carey. But he had, 15 kids. So the issue came up, and Dr. Johnson, asked him, well, do you want your children to follow in your footsteps? And I think Nick was assuming his sons. And so he was not, oh, no, I don't want them to do what I did. It sounded like, he would be cool with his sons, having children with multiple women. And then he kind of said, as an aside, I was getting a little worried because I thought you were going to ask me about my daughters. And he was saying, well, I don't know how to feel about that. And that gets us back to kind of the conversation we were having the other day about Kennedy and Kenny. And, but the question, first of all, is there a double standard when it comes to how we view women and sexuality, as opposed to how we view men when it comes to sexuality? And I know that's kind of a rhetorical question. The answer is obviously yes. But I wonder, is that a good thing? And then even the question becomes, then how do we raise our boys and girls? Do we raise them differently? Do we raise them to kind of fit into these prescriptive roles of what we think men and women should be? Like people doing reveal parties, and they're still using pink and blue. Pink for a girl, blue for a boy. I just wonder, should we be? And I don't know. I'm not a dad, so, but I'm just curious to, should we raise boys and girls the same, right? I don't have a problem when I see a little girl climbing on stuff, and I don't have a problem when I see a little girl roughhousing. Okay, but then the question becomes, would I have a problem? And I thank Doc B, because that was so clever, where he said, well, because we were talking about Prince and his brother, who ended up playing ball at UWM, but Prince was a good basketball player. Prince was just little, and then Prince loved music, and so your first love is going to be your first love. That's where you put your energy, your time. But do we have these expectations, and maybe that's the whole issue around transgenderism. I was saying it yesterday, as a matter of fact, that we're pretty absolute. We believe that males are born males and males are born female. Females are born females, males are born male. But this whole thing of how we're raising, and so when we see girls now, little girls exhibiting the same behavior that used to be reserved for boys, I just wonder, should we look at how we're raising our kids? I mean, is it, because it gets to where if we're letting the boys be very physical, get them involved in sports and, all those kind of activities, should it be the same thing with girls? Yeah, someone said that's just how they met Prince. They met him through his brother Dwayne when he was at UWM. But yeah, I just wonder about, do we raise boys? I was very fortunate, and I'm fortunate. And here's why I say I'm very fortunate. I just happened, and this is the randomness of life. I just happened to live on a block where to be male and to be academically gifted, or to be smart, or to read wasn't a punishment. You didn't get picked on because you read on Fifth Street. Because most of the dudes on Fifth Street, even though we were, we got our athletics in, most of us were readers, right? I mean, some of the things we did, like go to the library together. So I was fortunate to live on a block where you could do that. I know in other instances, you might have lived in a neighborhood, if you were a male, where, you would get picked on, right? Because you were smart, or if you wore glasses. So maybe are we, or should we, and I think that this is where progressive feminists are, in terms of, do we need to re-examine these prescribed roles or societal prescribed roles when it comes to men and women in our fire classes? There's a term that we use in terms of child rearing with men that's sometimes a little foreign to them, which is called nurturing, right? And what that looks like. I think there was I think it's a Proverbs that says that a woman imparts wisdom, a man provides instruction. And it's interesting that wisdom in Greek and wisdom in Hebrew is always kind of in the feminine text. But when it comes down to this idea, so I don't know. I mean, I just, the world is changing. And I just wonder, do we, because these things that I was talking to a friend yesterday, and we're just talking about, and this is the whole colorism that we deal with among us as descendants of enslaved Africans, where if you were dark skinned, they would tell you, you can't wear red, you can't wear yellow, right? But if you were light skinned, don't you put any color in the world on you, sometimes to your own detriment.
Hey, Keith, got a quick question for you, man. Of course, we need to go to break, but can I have some fun with you when we come back?
I don't know. You gonna call me tomorrow? You're listening to Community Voice.
Wait a minute.
You will call me tomorrow, then, right? You're listening to Community Voice. Take a break. We'll be right back.
That come off wrong. Let's take a quick break, Keith.
Can I have a little fun with you? Like, well, the bit.
That's what you are. Unforgettable, though near or far, like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me never before. Has someone been there?
The holidays. And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $3,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Chevrolet. Together.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Zeladon. I'm with the Milwaukee County Office of Equity, and I'm here today at 860 AM WNOV.
So, Jackie, how do you show appreciation to your loved ones during the holidays?
Oh, the holidays. I show appreciation all the time, but during the holidays, I like to give them that extra love. And that extra love takes the form of, inviting family over for game night. Mm-hmm. It's giving people phone calls, especially people who I haven't spoken to for in a minute. Mm-hmm. Shame on me. Mm-hmm. It's also sending greeting cards. Mm-hmm. It's even doing small gestures, mm-hmm. such as cookies, mm-hmm. or even taking somebody to the movie. So those are some of the ways I show extra gratitude during the holidays.
That's perfect.
Hello, my name is Derek Rogers from the Exodus Academy and the Milwaukee Black Liberation Theology Project.
So, Mr. Rogers, what's one way you've learned to love yourself more in 2024?
Definitely with the help of my wife, paying more attention to my diet.
How y'all doing? I'm Nisha with Wisconsin Voices and Black Men Build.
So, how do you show appreciation to your loved ones during the holiday season?
I show appreciation to my loved ones during the holiday season, especially to my mom by giving her gifts. My mom, she took care of me great while I was growing up, so I just try to give back to her whatever she needs. So I just ask her what she want. If she don't really know what she want, I still get her something. It might be money, it might be some jewelry, but I make sure I just give back and make sure that she, that she good. Whatever she needs, she took care of.
Thanks. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Dr. Bridget Moss. I am a board certified family practice and integrative medicine specialist. I'm standing here at WNOV.
So, Dr. Bridget, how does gratitude play a role in your holiday celebrations?
Gratitude plays a huge role in my holiday celebrations because you know what? Without God, I would not be here. So that is what I'm most grateful for, and everything else will follow.
Perfect.
Hey, this is Dr. Kwaku. I'm OIC here at WNOV 860 AM representing Nayumbu Upendo Show.
So, Dr. Kwaku, what's your favorite holiday tradition that you're thankful for?
Well, my favorite tradition is actually a new tradition. It's hard to put old traditions to the side, but I have a little cousin, and he created this father-son Thanksgiving football game. So I look forward to doing that every Thanksgiving morning. I'm sore on that Friday, but that Thursday is so much fun, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to be with loved ones.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Dr. Alicia Mutri. I'm here at WNOV 860 AM, 106.5 AM, and I'm representing Nayumbu Upendo, the House of Love.
So, Dr. Alicia, what's one thing you're grateful for and that often gets overlooked?
You know what? On a regular basis, I'm grateful for my sight. I know there are people in the world that can't see. I'm also grateful for my limbs and my body. I can move them freely and how I want to be able to move them. So all of my senses I'm able to use, and I don't take them for granted.
Facts.
Hi, I'm Dee Kemp, Vice President of Programs from Axe Housing, and I'm here at WNOV.
So, Ms. Kemp, what are you most excited about for New Year's?
I am most excited about creating more homeowners in 2025. I need my kings and queens to own things. So come to Axe Housing. Let's get you ready for home ownership in 2025.
Perfect.
We coordinated.
You see that? You see that? You see that? One team, one dream.
What?
Now, Keith, we were talking about. Welcome us back first.
Welcome back to Community Voice. And caller, I'm gonna grab you.
Yeah, but remember I spoke to wanting to have some fun with you.
Mhm.
I'm just wondering. You consider yourself, and I consider you to be a music buff.
Okay.
So I pulled a couple tunes.
Uh-oh.
I just want to give you a couple bars of
Are we
them.
doing Name That Tune?
Yeah. And now let's go ahead and take the caller because they may want to compete against you.
Okay.
And we're gonna figure out something we could give them if they stump you.
All right. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome, brother.
He don't want to
Yes, sir.
stump you. He
used to be a singer.
But he's more politically astute.
Yeah, but he's also used to be a singer. He's musically.
You know your music, Chris?
He's musically astute.
Christopher, you know your music?
I think I'm pretty aware of music.
All right.
To an extent.
Okay.
You think you can beat Chris? I mean, Keith over there?
I'm not sure. It depends. It depends on how long ago you go
Oh
back.
man.
see, there we go.
Man. What you got, man?
What you got, man?
What you
And then I'm gonna see if you want to stick around and play the game with us.
Yes, sir. I was listening to you all when you were just speaking about boys, and I think you were speaking about. Wow, it was like, how do you define a boy these days?
No. That's not what I said. No, I'm asking a question. Should we look at how we raise boys as opposed to how we raise girls? That was the question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And this is where I heard you when you were speaking about the scripture. The scripture teaches that a wise child is the pride of its father, while a foolish child is the heavy of its mother, or she becomes the burden of the first teacher, the first doctor, the mother, because the child has probably not been properly prepared to be productive or to be proud or become the pride of his parents altogether. And with this society and how it has blurred much of everything when it comes to the genders, I think there's like over 100 classifications that a human being can call themselves or categorize themselves or herself as nowadays. So with that being the situation, I think that when you are rearing a son, especially a black son, there's so much you have to pour over into him because he's going to have it the most difficult. Black women have it very hard in the absence of improperly prepared black men. But being that the woman has something that can be benefited from another particular male, she will always be considered an asset as opposed to a liability when it comes to her utilization. So overall, because I'm a black man and I was a black boy, so I know what black men have to endure and what we have to, the passive things and the more blatant things. Every time you show up, it's either that someone is trying to get a rise out of you to see if they can spark some type of reaction from you, or trying to entrap you due to their preconceived notions or their concepts that they've been trained up on to think that anytime a black man is present, it doesn't matter if he comes in a $1 million suit or a $5 grocery bag, he's still considered to be persona non grata. So I'm thankful that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan re-inspired and reignited the motivation for us to incline to obtaining knowledge of self with him reestablishing the Nation of Islam and the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad under his leadership. Because have we not had that, and I think this is personal, and I dare challenge anyone at no limit of time concerning that matter. Had we not had, or if we did not have the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, I think by now that you would probably see black people walking around being led by others on literal dog chains. That's what I think. And thank you for taking my call. And if you have the question about the music, I would dare challenge the brother.
You will challenge him?
Yes, sir.
Keith, you ready?
I'm scared now.
You think you got him?
No, I don't know.
Allah says, fear no one and no man but Allah. You fear Allah alone.
All right, I'm gonna give y'all a few bars of this, and first one.
There's some dudes out there you might want to be a little
gross.
no, man,
Big
just
Gross?
saying. No,
Big Gross.
there's some folks out there you might want to. No disrespect to Allah God, but no, man, there's some folks you might want to keep your eye on them.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
If nothing
but
else.
The same situation applied to the Goliath and Daniel, right?
David
and Goliath.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Here we go. How many measures you want to hear this?
Let's see what.
That's right. Who is that?
Oh my God.
I'm with you, Christopher.
How about Frankie, Beverly, and Maze?
No.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll try. Thank you for taking my call, brother.
All right, peace, brother.
What's your guess?
Do it again. You got me.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Well, play it out.
I bet you there's a listener right now that could call right now and tell you exactly what that is
We'll
with just what they heard. Okay. 444-5250 right now. Come on.
No.
Really?
No.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give you this one. Somebody on the phone. Let's see who that is.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Is that you got me going in circles?
No.
Who is it? Turn your radio down because we got echo. What did you say? Hello?
They said you got me going in circles.
No, it wouldn't be that one.
No, but here it is. We'll go ahead and. Now, when you hear it, you're going to be like, oh, yeah. caller. What's your guess?
You're still a young man, baby. Don't waste your time.
That's it.
You're still a young man,
Yes.
Baby. You don't remember that, Keith? Don't waste your time.
It came out when I was a young man.
That's Tower of Power, man. Lenny Williams.
Okay. Caller, how did you know that?
Because I liked it.
Oh, you okay?
It's old, but
I can't believe you didn't.
It's just a cool song if you listen to it.
Okay, so now since you stumped Keith, let's see now if you can get this one. Keith, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Let's try. I'm on the road.
I could never.
Oh, I can hardly hear that really good. I'm on the road, but
Okay, so hang on. Let me bring it up a little bit. I might have had it a little low, but you got to know this one. You got to know this one. I could never.
dramatic.
Who'd you say?
I said dramatics, but I'm not sure.
I got some good ones today. I'm stumping y'all. Watch this.
Yeah,
turning your love away, even though I know that you belong to another man.
Keith, you don't know this one either, Keith? I can't believe y'all don't know this.
I'm gonna say these words.
Girl, you're welcome.
Oh, stop on by, Bobby
Stop
Womack.
on by, Bobby Womack.
Yeah, George.
Yeah.
Yeah, George Lawson. As soon as you said that, said it was Bobby Womack.
Mm-hmm.
I missed the riff.
Okay, I got one more, then we'll move on. But I just felt like messing with Keith this morning. Now you better know this one, man. The world's greatest band and all this stuff. Let's see. If you don't know this one, I'm taking your black card. You ready?
Gotta be. Yeah.
Caller, are you ready? You putting your black card on the line too?
I'm listening. I'm here, sir. I'm down for it.
She said she didn't say she was risking her black card though. But let's ride.
Gotta afford to risk it.
Everybody got a concentration.
What's
That's
the name?
Hall and Oates.
No, it's not.
It's a do or die situation. It can fall apart at any time. If your heart ain't in it, please let me go or something like that. If your heart, my heart ain't in it.
You
Hold on, wait a minute. Call. I just had a text. So wait a minute.
Okay, they're gonna tell you who that is. Who are they saying it is?
They said it's Bobby Womack.
No, that was the last one.
That was the last one. Okay, caller, that was the last one. Do it again.
Okay, so here's this
No,
one.
it's not Earth, Wind, and Fire.
It's a do or die situation. It can fall apart at any time. No.
Everybody's talking.
It's gotta be.
Who is that?
Everybody's talking this persuasion.
It's up to me. You can see.
Oh my God!
And it's not
It's
Hall
on
and
the
Oates,
tip of my
right?
tongue.
It's not Hall and Oates.
It's like a Hall and Oates.
No, not Hall and Oates.
Everybody.
I think I'm mixing two songs together.
Okay, got callers. All right, yeah, thank you.
All right.
Sorry.
Let's see what the next caller thinks. Go right ahead, caller. Who is that?
Hey, hello.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, Devo?
Pardon me?
What's up, Devo?
Hey, what's happening? Who is this? Who is the artist?
Oh, the artist is okay. It's first down by the Travare brothers, and it's called "She's Gone."
That is true.
Tavares?
Mm-hmm. She's gone. Here's a little.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, hold. Wait. That's not fair.
You think he's Googling?
No.
Music.
But who did the song originally? Wasn't it Hall and Oates?
No. It was originally done by the Travare.
Okay, but didn't Hall and Oates do a cover of this song?
Did it?
She's Gone.
Yeah, but you should know the original
I didn't know it was
artist.
the Tavares. Yeah, somebody just texted me, she's gone.
Yeah. You were singing the words, but I mean, I was looking
because I did the Hall and Oates version, not Tavares.
Why not the brothers?
What?
Name?
What'd you say?
Not the brothers?
Why not the brothers? Why you didn't name the brothers? You gonna name the white boys?
Come on, you know why?
Because he's a hater.
Do we need to go down this road? Do we need to talk about some ice up in here?
Keith, you didn't fare well today.
No, I didn't, but I knew that was. Now, who wrote the song? She's Gone. Hall and Oates?
No, I think that song was out before Hall and Oates even came around.
No,
wasn't it?
no, let's gotta look that up because I'm thinking
All of those did not write.
Huh?
All of those did not write that.
Okay, well, let's.
I think they may have covered it. I'm not certain. Now, again, I'm not.
She's Gone by Hall and Oates.
Oh, they recorded it 10 years after Tavares.
Okay, Hall and Oates original album version. She's Gone, Hall and Oates song. Okay, She's Gone is a song written originally by the American duo Daryl Hall and John Oates. It's on the Soul Ballads, including a 1973 album, Abandoned Luncheonette. So when did Tavares do it? They did it after Hall and Oates.
68 or 69.
No, Hall and Oates wrote the song.
So it's got to be a different. It's got to be a different. Maybe I should pull up their rendition of it and see,
Right, because that's what I heard. Dude, yeah, that's.
We could be talking about two different renditions.
No, it's two different renditions, but it's written by Hall and Oates. It's the same song.
Okay, we'll concede that one. You're still 0-2.
Well, I'm 1 and 2.
Okay, so you're under 500.
I'm under 500. I got that.
I'll give you a chance to get even up.
Okay.
I'm 1-0, right, Mr. Debo?
Yep, you're 1-0 in my book. According to
All
Keith,
right.
Keith thinks you're 0-1 though, because
I'm gonna give. No, I think he knew the song, and he just did. You played the Tavares version. He knew it was Tavares, so I give him a 1.
So without him being able to cheat now because he's on the phone, so he
said
can't.
Tavares did it first. Well,
They did.
what year did Tavares do it in?
They did it in 69, and then Hall and Oates came back in about.
Well, why is Hall and Oates getting credit for writing the song?
Oh, they did a written.
It may. We're going to pull up the Hall and Oates version and just compare the two.
Let me do Tavares.
Yeah, they've been writing for years.
Tavares, She's Gone. Let's see. Song by Tavares, She's Gone. Released in 1974.
Okay.
74. Okay.
So it was after Hall and Oates did it in 73.
Okay. So here's a chance for you to get right side up.
All right.
And I'm only going to give you a snippet.
Oh, here we go. Come on, man. Help a brother out.
What you got?
That's it.
Got me going in circles?
Artist.
I can't hear no music.
Oh, I got it.
Artist.
Who did got me going in circles? Got me going in circles.
Oh, that would be the Friends of Distinction.
Friends of Distinction.
So y'all both get a half a point for that.
All right.
Because y'all teamed up to get that one.
But you hear me get the song right away? How many bars did you do?
You were supposed to give me the artist.
Okay, but how many bars did you did it? Yeah, and people chiming in. Hall and Oates did do it first. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
All
right. Hey, I got one for you. And this got nothing to do with music, but I was thinking about this yesterday. What? Name 3 Spike Lee movies that Samuel L. Jackson was in. 3 Spike Lee movies that Samuel L. Jackson was in.
Oh man, I can't think of the one that Jungle Fever.
You got Jungle Fever, okay?
I'm thinking of the two. I lost.
What was the one that he was Gator in?
Jungle Fever.
Was that Jungle Fever?
Yeah. Everybody know that one, but I don't know the other two.
Do the Right Thing.
Yeah.
He was the DJ in Do the Right Thing, and I suddenly forgot my point. There was one more though he did. Huh?
You said 3. What's the third one?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. I know it was a Spike Lee movie. He wasn't in Malcolm X. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, School Days.
School Days. I saw all 3. They were good, but
right. They were in the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Well, what's the name? Ozzie Davis and Ruby Dee. They were in a couple of his movies too, weren't they?
They did. Ozzie Davis did School Days. He was the football coach.
Okay.
Ozzie Davis was in Do the Right Thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jungle Fever, right? Because who was the parents? Wasn't that
he was the daddy, wasn't he?
Yeah, and then Ruby Dee was the mama, right?
Yeah.
Sam in the stomach.
Who?
He shot Sam in the stomach.
Right.
His own stomach.
Right. Okay. All
Yeah.
right, man. We're good. Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm out.
All right. Yeah. Friends of Distinction.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Man, I go in and some of these I could do, but
for sure
how many bars did it take me to get that one though, Debo?
It wasn't even a full bar. It was like,
That's what I heard the key. And I don't, you know what? And I couldn't tell you B flat from A sharp, right?
Right.
But I can hear, you know, and I go like, because it's amazing. People, I don't know if you pay attention to commercials, but there's a commercial that we run. It's probably one of the best commercials they've ever done here at WNOV. And we've done a lot of great commercials. Great impressions. Because you can hear the bars, the opening bars, and you start singing it. You start singing the jingle, you know. So, but it's the key that is in. You have a musical memory in your brain, and you hear the key. They do another little things. Not only do it where you can know, I could tell you certain advertisers are doing an advertising when they do their jingles in a certain key. But you also notice something else that they do. Pay attention. Look at what the people are wearing in the commercials. Chances are it's close to their logo. Like if you look at Progressive and they have on that light, that's their logo. So not only do you have this whole sound memory, you also have a visual memory where you go like, oh, that's Progressive.
Okay, Keith, I got one more.
Got one more for you.
And I'm not going to give you much of this one at all.
Help me out.
Not at all. No. You ready?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Wildflower. Now, two versions.
Wrong.
Wildflower, right?
Wrong.
Hold on. She's a gentleman. Oh, Dream Merchant.
Bye.
Oh, damn. And I know we're just getting ready to talk about, God. I don't know why I'm pulling a brain fart. Who's the artist?
I can't believe you, man.
I got the song.
This was one of the baddest groups out there, man. Silver Spring. Church on Fond du Lac in Silver Spring. What's the name of the church?
Newburgh.
Oh, so what's the name of this group?
Newburgh.
Thank you. I had to give you all the clues in the world.
I knew, and I'm thinking, I
I
knew the song, you know. But they also did Wildflower too.
Yeah,
right?
they did a bunch of stuff.
Which is a David Foster song. David Foster wrote that song. I always like to see who the songwriters are.
And I'm so Keith. And when you said Wildflower, I'm like, oh yeah.
I knew because they did that too, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Dream Merchant, man. Oh man, send her back to me and make all my dreams come true. God, who broke my heart on that one? That's the other thing, man. I don't know if y'all got some songs. Like Carby, I don't know if you got a song out there will remind you.
Not. Too young.
What was don't remember? What is it?
Please remember what I told you
to forget.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you was trying.
That's
to
the
do with
Parris,
that,
right?
man. Hey man, I'm staying out of it. You are batting up and
No, I'm not, man. I'm about about 500, right, Carby?
Nah, yeah.
It's about 500, right? You guess.
I guess. Whatever you say, Keith.
How about the Hall and Oates Tavares controversy? Oh man,
I thought you did well on that. You held your own on that.
Yeah,
That's
I did.
why I gave you a half.
And I could get it, but then you trying to you put the artist when you did Nat King Cole and Natalie Cole and Unforgettable. Oh my God. She never got a lot of credit. I think there was a couple of things with Natalie Cole. One, she was Nat King Cole's daughter, right?
So they just felt like it was just handed to her.
Right. And a lot of people felt that. And then when she first started, she sounded like Chaka. She sounded like Aretha.
Truthfully,
but she had a great voice.
A young man that was like quite responsible for a lot of her development was her first husband.
Yancey was
a bad boy, man.
He was down in Nashville. He did gospel too.
Yeah, I met him in Chicago. He was pastoring the church in Chicago.
Right. And then she married another guy.
Yeah.
Who was pastor of the church down in Nashville. But she had I like there's a song that is part of the rotation.
I love
Say You Love Me.
All of that.
Man, that's one of my favorites, man.
Yeah, but I like I like who made that original the version I like say D Harvey.
D Harvey. Eyes to sleep.
Now you want to sing.
Oh, I like this one.
You want to sign out, please, sir?
Let me thank everybody for being part of the program. Carvey, thank you. Debo, thank you. Michelle, thank you. Jackie, thank you. Good Lord willing, creek don't rise. Hope to talk to everybody tomorrow. And as always, go from this place in peace.
All right.